Standard 7 pupils, this time for science. I welcome you all. It is a continuation of animals, and as per today we are going to wind up the topic animals. Pupils, today we are going to talk about control of livestock parasites. How are we supposed to control these parasites which are causing more harm than good to animals? Method number one on how to control livestock parasites is dipping. Dipping is the use of chemicals called caricide. A caricide is used to control external parasites. The chemicals are in a structure called cathode, where animals are made to pass through. These kill the external parasites on the skin of the animal infected. Pupils, there is a picture on your screen which is showing the first animal which is passing through the caricide, and the second animal is about to enter. That structure is what we call dip, where cattle are made to go through the caricide so that it is able to kill the external parasites. Pupils, we move number 2, which is deworming. Pupils, what is deworming? Deworming is the administering of medicine orally to give to livestock in order to control internal parasites. There are 2 ways of deworming. 1, drenching. 2, dosing. We start with the drenching. Drenching, it involves administering liquid medicine to the livestock using what we call a drenching gun. Number 2, we have dosing. Dosing, it involves administering solid medicine in the form of tablets to the livestock using a dosing or a bolus gun. Pupils, we move to the next method of controlling livestock parasites, which is spraying. Spraying, it controls external parasites by applying chemicals to the animals using a spray pump. The animals are usually tied or restrained in a specific structure known as a crush while spraying is going on. Why is it that the animal is put in the crush? So that it restricts the movement of the animal while it is being sprayed. Pupils, let us now look on the 4th method on how to control livestock parasites: rotational grazing. Rotational grazing, it controls both external and internal parasites by breaking the breeding cycles of the parasites. The parasites are left to starve to death. Almost second last, human intestinal worms. Human intestinal worms, these are the worms which attack human beings if you consume meat from a goat, a cow, that is beef, sheep, camel, and if the animal is infected with the worms. Human intestinal worms, these are worms found in alimentary canal of human beings. They feed on digested food and they suck blood from the human internal organs. Examples of human intestinal worms are as follows. 1. Hook worms. 2. Round worms. 3. Thread worms. Next, thread worms are also known as pinworms. We have next tapeworms, and lastly we have whip worms. Let us now have a look on methods of controlling human intestinal worms. How the methods of controlling human intestinal worms are as follows. Proper sanitation. Proper sanitation, pupils, it is cleanliness. This is done through proper disposal of human and animal waste. Human beings are advised to use a toilet or latrine whenever they are going for a short call or long call. Regular deworming. What is regular deworming? Regular deworming is taking drugs that kill intestinal worms regularly. For instance, a human being is supposed to deworm himself or herself after every 3 months, so that by the end of the year you have dewormed yourself 4 times. Another control measure is proper cooking of food. Foods should be properly cooked under extreme temperatures to kill these worms or any germs. Lastly, proper washing of food eaten raw. When we talk about foods that are eaten raw, we are bearing in mind foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, apples, watermelons, guavas, grapes, to mention but a few. These foods eaten raw, they should be washed thoroughly in clean water. When I talk about clean water, not the clean water you fetch from the tap, you look at this, you say it is okay. We said clean water must be boiled, or you use chemicals. Chemicals like WaterGuard, AquaGuard, and chlorine to kill germs. So this is the safest water to use when washing fruits that are eaten and without cooking. Pupils, I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. And the third one brings us to the end of today's lesson. I wish you a good day. Stay indoors because of this deadly disease, Corona. Thank you for listening. Inshallah.